Oh man, are you seeing that? Look at how deep those grill marks are, you guys. When's the last time you saw an electric grill do that? We found ourselves with some steak that was getting kind of close to, it had thawed out, it had been a couple of days, we haven't used it, and you're like, I don't want to refreeze it, don't really want to do steak, so let's do something different with it. So we pulled out our KitchenAid, and we're going to do one of these fun things that we love to do with this. We took our top sirloin, which is not like the tenderest cut of meat in the world, and not a lot of fat in it, so if you have a look there, look what we did. We chopped up a bunch of bacon, which was actually the fattiest bacon I think I've ever seen in my whole life. I don't even know how it happened. And we mixed it all in there with a little bit of our salt, pepper, garlic, and left it in there overnight. So now what's nice about this is it's going to make it about a 90-10, somewhere in there, 90-10, 95-5, somewhere in there. It's a nice lean, even though you got the fat from the bacon, it's nowhere near the meat that's coming in there from the other side. So nice if you're looking for something that's a little less fat, but of course with less fat sometimes comes a little less flavor. So here's my tip to you as I get myself ready for this adventure. When it comes time to cook these, all right, I like to make patties that are about maybe, a 1/4 inch thick, somewhere in there, and that way I can do these right from frozen. That way you get a nice thick crust on the outside, even when you're using an electric grill, which we're going to show you this one today. It's a cool one, and it stays nice and pink on the inside, which sometimes you don't get with the leaner cut. So listen, this is a little out there sometimes, but if you've got one of these KitchenAids or you've got access to one of these meat grinders, I highly recommend it. This is like one of the coolest things you can do with meat that's just kind of, like I said, getting close. You want to use it, but you maybe don't want to use it right away. You don't want to refreeze it. This way, you can mix it maybe with a little pork, a little turkey, a little lamb is nice, or maybe all of them, whatever you got in the fridge. That bacon's cool to put in there. Maybe you got some sausage. And what's cool with that is, now that you've mixed all that up, form those patties, and now you can freeze that again. And those are ready next time you got everybody over for the barbecue. And like I said, these cook brilliantly from frozen. Really nice, let me tell you. So there we go. If you've got a KitchenAid, use the small grinder wheel that comes with it, not the large one. All right. Yeah, it's worth the investment just to be able to kind of add this to your cook and prep repertoire. Cook and prep repertoire? Is that a thing? All right, so here we go. We want a binder in this because there's not a lot of fat. So there's an egg. Remember, these gloves are handy, you guys. Now, you're just going to give this a nice mix. And let me tell you something, man. Even from here, even outside in all this wind, I can smell the bacon that's in there. This is beautiful. Now, this is where you can really get to customizing of it. If you want to, ahead of time, go ahead and caramelize some onions and some mushrooms and add that into the mix too. Oh, that is so good, let me tell you. So like I said, when it comes down to that last piece of meat that's in the fridge, maybe you did some fajitas, maybe you did some steaks, maybe you did some roast, you got something left over somewhere, this is a great way to do it. So now we're going to go ahead, we're just going to start halving, as in halving, and we're going to try and make about some 3 or 4 ounce balls there. I'll make a few of these just so you can see kind of a cool way to do it. Let me set that there. Now, this is, in my opinion, the best burger press I've ever worked with, ever. Nice and heavy, and it's nice and adjustable, which is cool. It's got that, got a good feel to it. So I recommend, when it's this time for things, that you get these little burger, what are these? Burger papers? Burger papers? Yeah. There's no fancier name, right?
Wax papers?
Wax paper, there you go. Holy cow. I'm going to go ahead and set that right like that.
Oh, that's pretty.
And it is pretty, thank you. And then one on top. And then just give it a little bit of a squish. You'll see it start to come out the sides. And there, you've got yourself a nice patty. And just go ahead and use the paper to fix the sides up if you are so inclined and that concerned. And then just kind of make these, stack them up, and you're all done. Isn't that neat? Yeah, we'll make a couple more. So listen, this is our brand new grill, guys. Really, really fun guy to use. This guy is Char-Broil's Electric Patio Bistro 240. That's the model if you're going to go and look it up there. And this is for everybody else, man. This is for the people that don't want to deal with all of the elements, maybe the bugs, you keep it a little bit closer to the house, like you can't really do with propane or gas. This is for people who live above the first floor, who want that grilling experience but just can't have it because of building ordinances and building codes and things like that. This is for people who don't want to bother with, look at this, get in here guys, look. Are you kidding me with this? This is what it's all about, guys. This is an electric grill. Those are serious grill marks on an electric grill. So if you live above the first floor, if you don't want to deal with gas, if you don't want to deal with propane, if you don't want to deal with the cleanup that's associated with that, if you are in an area, oh man, are you seeing that? Look at how deep those grill marks are, you guys. When's the last time you saw an electric grill do that? That's the beautiful thing about this guy, is you get those same results that you're getting with charcoal and gas without all the muss and fuss. And like I said, if you're one of those people that live in a condo, live in a townhouse, live in an apartment, live above the first floor, 70% of the world's population lives above the first floor, you can't grill.
Really?
Really. That's a fact. I'm assuming. Nobody fact check me, I'm not a politician. Anywho, lots of people on the planet live above the first floor. Think about it, New York, Boston, all these places in Europe, right? None of those, everybody in New York, right? You're above the first floor, you can't have a grill. You can have a grill now. That's so cool. And this comes with all the accessories you'd ever want. These tables fold down here to make it a nice small profile. They don't ding you for an extra card on the bottom there, which is just super cool. I love all that. So listen, let's get these guys kind of ready. We're building some burgers here. Now, by the way, some particulars on this, 240 square inches of cooking space, all right, which is really nice. There's a steam rack, which isn't on here right now, but it's your typical steam rack, kind of what you think you're going to be used to seeing. It kind of fits right here. Great for putting the veggies up, things like that. So let's go ahead and build these guys. So let's close this down. Let me kind of take this stuff off, and I will give you guys a little bit more of a tour here, okay? There we are. So check this out, you guys. If you do live in a condo, live above the first floor, if you do know somebody that wants to get into grilling but doesn't want to deal with all that extra stuff, or if you just want an easier way to do this, this is a good way to go, okay? The tables both slide right down, which is really kind of neat. So if you are in a small, if you're in a small space, if I can walk through your door, you can use this grill. I think that's the width. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
So these lock right into place. And this is Char-Broil's true infrared cooking system. Now what that means is you've got the plate that you saw there, I wish I had an extra one to hold up, is a plate designed to dissipate the heat from the heating element underneath. That creates an infrared cooking environment, which way cuts down on flare-ups. That's very cool too. If you know somebody that wants to grill, loves to grill, but stays away from it either because there's little kids running around or they don't like the flare-ups, good way to go. All right, this is porcelain coated steel. This is designed for longevity, not designed for your convenience when it comes time to clean up, okay? Give it a good scrub with that brush, or what's cool about it, it pops right off. It'll fit in some dishwashers, or give it a good brush off with a hose. That's a cool way to go with it, all right? Now, see, this is what I mean. I'm pulling these off the edge. See that? And I got my grill marks there. That's pretty cool. Oh, you know what? Let's take some of our chicken spice. There we go. Put that on top, just like that. When you got big, thick, hearty spice like that, here's a little tip for you. Don't put it on before you put the grill side down. And here's a little beef spice for on top of the beef.
Wait, what?
Well, I was getting to that. When you've got big, thick spice like this, a lot of times, especially if you're using this type of grill over and above, say, a flat top, I wouldn't put this directly on the meat before it goes fireside down, because those big pieces tend to burn a bit too much. Use the thinner salt, pepper, garlics for this kind of thing. But I got to tell you, man, the big stuff, when you flip it over, put it on top, oh, man, nothing like it. All right, so here we go. Okay, guys, you see the way this grill plate is designed? The flames and the fire that would be created by the juice going down don't allow that fire and flame to come up. Same with the gas, same with the charcoal ones they do, and they brought it over to their electric one. But what's really nice about this is you can, put the smallest foods on there, shrimp and veggies, kind of alleviating the need for a grill mat if you're using it so food's not falling through the grate. So you can really do some cool stuff on this. I love it. So hey, listen, this is not for me to show you that you can have a burger or a chicken sandwich or anything like that. This is for me to show you, though, that if you want this kind of thing and you happen to have a couple of things hampering you, like your location, like I said, maybe you're in a condo, or maybe you don't want to deal with the gas, maybe you don't want to deal with the charcoal, maybe you don't want to, have to go farther out from your house in the wintertime. This is a cool way to go. If you've got a screened-in porch, this is the way to go. The whole point of this is everybody who wants to can grill, period. And that's what makes me happy, because that's what makes our party bigger. So do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I invite you in for my sandwich.